Hi, Chad Taylor's Hands here, and I'm going to run you through a run-through of Cthulhu Realms Realia Rising to show you what it's like. I have not set this up in any way. I don't know what's going to happen. I'll probably mess something up. I also apologize if the frame gets messed up or if you can't see anything very clearly. Here we go. So, I have my 5 cards ready to go. This is my hand. But Cthulhu goes first. He rolls the die. He got a 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. The terrible old man comes into play. Right off the bat, Cthulhu's going to gain 5 health. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I am going to lose 4 health. 1, 2, 3, 4. This only happens if there's a purple card out. You do replace this, which there is. And a card has been abjured, which there has not been. So, the terrible old man gets discarded, and Cthulhu's turn is over. So now, it's my turn. So, I have an initiate, a follower, a goon, and 2 more followers. So I have 3 conjuring to spend, or potentially 5 conjuring to spend, and I have 1 hit, or potentially 2 hits. Plus, I can also abjure the initiate card for an extra 1, which I will probably do. But, let's see what we got out to buy. For 3, I could buy this, the yellow sign, or I could buy Dagon, if I use the 2 here as well. Or, I could buy the yellow sign and the occultist. I'm going to buy Dagon. It goes into my discard pile, as usual. And then I'm going to abjure this card. Now, note that this card does not actually go back into the initiate pile. Okay? It matters how many are in here because it could trigger the end of the game if you're not careful. It's very hard to do. But instead, this goes to the abjure pile, meaning if Cthulhu gets a draw abjure card, this would be the one he would draw. So, I do hit him. I hit Cthulhu for 2 points. These go over here. And 1, 2. He's down to 53. Cthulhu's turn again. I draw my 5 cards first. Boom, you can see what I have. Cthulhu gets to go. And he rolls a 3. The unspeakable one. Ouch. Alright, so right off I'm taking 7 hits. Plus, he will abjure this card for 6 more. So that's a total of 13 hits. There are no bases in play. So this isn't going to happen. Which is a good thing, because that would have hit me for another 6. So, 13 points, and this goes into the discard pile. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. It's hard to perform and do math at the same time. This gets replaced, and it is my turn. So, now I have 3 followers, an initiate, and a goon. Where have I seen that before? Okay, so this time I am going to I want the occultist. So let's buy that and see what happens. Haha! I will then also buy the Yithian. And so that's all 5 of my money spent, which means I don't get this, but I will abjure this card to hit Cthulhu for 1 and hit him for another 1 with that card. So he takes another measly 2 points. One, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards for me. There they are. Cthulhu rolls a 3. So, the Shadow of Cthulhu comes into play. He would get to destroy one of my bases. This is an expensive card, but I have none in play. However, he does get to abjure. So let's replace and see what happens there. This will not happen because while there are green cards in the trade row, he did not make me discard. But let's abjure and see what happens. A 4. This will just get discarded. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this card gets abjured. Replace. My turn again. So, 2 followers, 2 goons, and Dagon. So, Cthulhu will be taking 5 hits this turn. I get to abjure a card. I do not get to make this happen because I didn't make a discard happen. Plus, I have no other greens in play. The trade row cards do not affect me so far as combos go. But I do get to hit him for 5, abjure a card, and buy something for 2. There's nothing here to buy for 2, so now I have to take the risk. I will buy an initiate. It goes here. We flip this back over. Now there's one more safe one, but we don't know what's below that. This goes into my discard pile. Fine. And he takes 5 hits. And then I'm going to abjure the goon. Boom. And Cthulhu takes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. My next hand. Exciting. All right, Cthulhu. A 4. So far, no 6s. We've been very lucky. Nothing happens as a result of this because Cthulhu didn't make me discard, but he now has a base in play, which means he's harder to hit. It is now my turn. I have 3 followers. The occultist gives me another 2, and Yithian gives me yet another 2. So that is 7 that I can spend, which is not 8. But that's all right. 7 is still a good amount. Plus, I gain 2, so let's take care of that. 1, 2. I will get to abjure a card, which would trigger this if I only had another purple in play. It's one of the reasons I was debating whether I should buy that or not, but I did. Nonetheless, that doesn't happen. But I do get to abjure a card, which will be one of these followers at the end. And if I had another green in play, he would take a hit, but I don't. So, we will abjure this card, but in the meantime, let's see what we're going to buy for 7 points. Well, I'll take one of these Migos. No bases yet. So I will take the Book of Ibon, and I am abjuring my follower. This gets replaced. I have to shuffle. I hope I can edit this part out. But if I can't, I'll tell you a little shuffling story next time. 2, 3, 4, 5. There's my hand. Plan for me. I have no idea what I'm going to do. Oh, a 5. Well, Cthulhu gets Miskatonic University, which is a base. So now he's got 2 in play, and it's protected by the ruins, as you can see. But in the meantime, what happens is, if he's got people out down below here, which he does, and locations out, artifacts out, and people and artifacts out, he's going to get me for all of these. So this is a terrible, terrible card for Cthulhu to have. He's going to hit me right now for 8 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It is not looking good for Chad Taylor's hands. All right, let's see what I'm going to do. Dagon, an initiate, and 3 followers. Sure would have been nice. Well, it looks like, actually, I'm going to be able to get rid of that base. I could hit him for 1 extra because I have this, and I'm going to abjure this. I could hit him for 1 extra by doing this instead of the money. Oh, I don't have to. Sorry, I didn't see that. So I've got 4, so I'm going to hit him for that, get rid of that base. I will abjure that, which will ding him for 1 more point, and I can make it 2 more points if I want to do this instead of spending the money. I also get to abjure a card. This will not trigger because, again, no discards are yet happening. Surprisingly, low number of those this round. And I have 2 to spend or 4 to spend. I think I want to go to 4 to spend because otherwise I'm going to have to buy an initiate or nothing. And I want something that does some damage. So we're going to take another Migo. Where were you last time? All right. Settle. Good job. Okay. So I'm not getting this extra hit, but I do get 4, getting rid of the ruins. That just goes into the discard. And I get 1 extra for abjuring this card. So Cthulhu's going to take 1 hit. But unfortunately, he still has Miskatonic University out in front of him. And I get to abjure another card for Dagon. So we'll get rid of a follower. Thin in my deck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There you go. Yeah. Okay, look. Looks like we're going to be able to hit Miskatonic U. Okay, but in the meantime, Cthulhu gets to do something nasty to me. He got a 2, which means he gets the king in yellow. Which, if there's a base in play, he's going to hit me for 5. And guess what? There's a base in play. The -1 means I have to discard a card. So let's take a look right off the bat. I'm going to discard a follower. And then, if he abjures a card, he would get to hit me for another one of the lowest ones out. But he does not have the ability to abjure a card in either of these 2 cards in play. Now, just to double check. Okay, so here's an artifact, and here's a person. Most times, this is going to trigger. So he's going to get me for 8 again, just like he did last time. Plus another 5, because he's got a location in play. So that's 13 that he's hitting me for. And then this gets discarded. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Once again, not looking good. Okay, so let's play. I'm down 1 card. We got a +1, a +2. All right, so I've got 7 out of the gate. And I'm going to get rid of Miskatonic University. Now, the plus thing is, this will not come back to haunt me. Because that's not the way Cthulhu plays. So, I hit him for 6, +1 extra 1 damage, which means he's going to take a hit. Unfortunately, this does not trigger, because I do not have a green card in play. So, let's see what else happens, though. I am also going to heal for 2. 1, 2. This I do not get to do because I am not abjuring a card this turn. I could abjure the Migo for +3, but I'm not going to do that. And then if I had a location in play and another yellow card, I could do this, but I can't. However, that could change because I get to draw a card and discard a card. Ho ho! I got a Yithian. I wish I'd seen that before. I wasn't paying attention. So the card I'm going to discard is the follower because I haven't spent that yet. So what that means is now I have another 2. I do get to abjure a card. Now remember, when you abjure, you can abjure one of the cards you played, one of the cards in your discard pile, or anything costing 6 or less up here. Playing against Cthulhu, you really only want to do that if you have the ability to draw an abjure card from one of your cards, which I do not have right now, because otherwise you're just rushing Realia to get into the top of the deck. But I do want to abjure a follower. So we will do that from my discard pile. And because of that, I got the green trigger from the Migo, and I got the green trigger here. So that's going to be another 3 hits against Cthulhu. 1, 2, 3. Lucky me. And because I abjured, I have 3 more to spend now. So, hey, the Necronomicon's out. That's very exciting. So, we will buy the Necronomicon. Gets replaced. I will shuffle, and I'll tell you a shuffling story. Once upon a time, there was a young buffalo, and he did not know how to shuffle. And so they gave him the hook and took him off the stage. He was booed in vaudeville for 2 solid days. And that is how we get the phrase, shuffle off to Buffalo. All right, here's my hand. Cthulhu gets to go. 1. No 6s yet. The yellow sign. He doesn't care about conjuring. There is a yellow card out in play, so he is going to hit me again for whatever the lowest hit out that he has out in play. Well, guess what? There are none. So this is a freebie for us. And then, if he abjured a card, he would make me discard. But he didn't. So, Cthulhu can suck at this round. Oh, I should not have said that. All right. +2 for that. Necronomicon, Book of Ibion, and Migo. I hope you can see all of these. Okay, so I've got -4, -4, -3. That, of course, is 11. I do not get this -2 because I have no other greens out. I do have another yellow out, though, so I get to draw 2 cards and discard a card. Plus, I get to draw another card and discard a card. So I get to draw 3 and discard 2, which is really nice. This will not happen unless I have a base, but I don't remember buying a base. But nicely, the 2 cards we're going to get rid of are these followers. Nicely, I got 2 more greens. So that's going to make this trigger. And I got the purple. I don't have enough purples, though. Okay, so let's see what we got again. All right, for monies, I'm going to have 4. Unless I want to abjure these, and then I could have 10. But I don't know that that'll be worth it. We'll take a look. I will gain 2 health. Boom, boom. Desperately needed. This does not trigger. These I've done. So, 7, 11, 13, 14, 15, 19, 20. I am hitting Cthulhu for 20 points. Suddenly, we are not that far off. Ah! That's how swingy this game is. Okay, and I get to abjure a card as well, which will be one of these 2 followers. Thin that deck down, baby. Oh, yeah. All right, and we get to buy something for 4. So, let's buy... Yeah, I think it's gotta be Nyarlathotep. So, he's gonna get discarded. These are gonna get discarded. I have a feeling I may have messed something up in that turn. But let me know in the comments below, as the girls in the makeup videos that my daughter watches incessantly always say. 1, 2, 3. Time to shuffle again. All right, so Shuffleton's disease is a disease where you're shuffling cards and everything goes all over the table, which did not happen to me today. It's named after Ernie Shuffleton. Here are my 5 cards. Let's let Cthulhu go. 2. Well, we've been very lucky so far without getting any of 6s. All right, so Ratatouille comes into play. With Ratatouille, Kezia Maison, I get hit for 3. 1, 2, 3, and he gets 4 back. 1, 2, 3, 4. Plus, if there's another purple card out, he gets to take an abjured card. Now, we were very lucky because the last card abjured was my follower. Ha ha ha. So, since this does nothing for him, he didn't get anything much of much value in that turn. Really just 1 health in the wash of things. So that worked out okay for us. Now let's see what we're going to do. We've got a follower. We've got Nyarlathotep and Dagon. We've got Book of Ibion, and we've got a goon. So we only got 1 to spend so far, which isn't great. I get to draw 1 and discard 1. All right, so we got Migo. Since we only got 1 to spend, we're getting rid of that follower for sure. All right, so I've taken care of that. I have no bases in play still, which is ridiculous. But I get to abjure 2 cards, which is going to be this goon and the follower. I don't get to do this because either of these because they require a draw, and I don't get to do this because I don't have a base. But I do get to hit for 5, 8, 12, 14, 17. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. He is down to 8. Poor Cthulhu. This has gone very well for me, but at the beginning it sure didn't look like it. Okay, I get to abjure 2 cards, which will be these 2 cards. Let's put the follower on top so he can't hit me. And I got no money to spend. So that's it for my turn. Drawing 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cthulhu gets to roll. I suppose it was inevitable. I've been getting cocky. I've been feeling relaxed, like the end of the game is in sight. He rolled the 6. All right. So here's what happens. Cthulhu is going to get to play all of these cards. And there are a lot of purples. Not that that usually matters. 3, 4, hold on. Boom. Okay. So, 3 of these are bases. So that is bad news for me. Because now I'm going to have to hit him for a total of 12 just to be able to continue to whittle his 8 points down. So this was a stopping point for me. Not so great. Plus, we got these 2. So let's see what happens now. With this one, if there's a green card, which there is, I have to discard a card. And if there's a purple card, which he has plenty of, he gets to abjure a card. For this, I'm going to take a hit. That does nothing. This is a great card for Cthulhu to get for me because they cancel each other out. The +2 and the -2 equals 0. Nothing happens. That's the quirkiest rule of this solo variant. +2 doesn't do anything. He's going to heal 2, and because there are other purples out, he's going to hit me for 2 again. And finally, he's going to hit me for 6. He's going to heal 2, and then he will abjure this card to hit me for another 5. Okay. So now, if Cthulhu had a draw abjure card in play, he would do this first, so that he would then get this card back and do it again. But that is not the case. So we lucked out. So let's go through it and figure it out. So right off the bat, I have to discard a card. Looking at my hand, surprise, surprise, it's the follower. Cthulhu now gets to abjure a card. Fortunately, he did not roll a 6. We get rid of the 5. This goes here and gets replaced. Next, I'm going to take 1 hit, and I will also take 2 more, so that's 3. And I will take 6, that's 9. And this will make it 14. So I'm going to take 14 hits, which brings me down to 1 health. Oh, I was getting so cocky. All right. Finally, Cthulhu also gets to heal for 6. Oh, I knew I shouldn't have said anything about being cocky. All right, here we go. So it's 14-1 now. And all of these cards are now discard it. Bastard. Okay, let's see if I can save that. Oh, no, 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 no! I know, you were all screaming at me. Now I know what Rado feels like. Okay, so the base, and the base are all back into play. Not back into play, they stayed in play. Because that makes it impossible for me. Okay, so I've got the Necronomicon. All right, I got all these cards. Now, unfortunately, right out of the gate, I get to draw 2 and discard 1. So, 1, 2. Oh, it's going to be hard to discard. Well, I really want to heal. Oh, man. Yeah, I don't need to abjure anymore. All right, so the Yithian is going away. I'm discarding that. From my draw 1, discard 1. Or draw 2, discard 1. Hey, wait a minute. I get to draw another one and discard another one. Oh, bloody hell. Well, that didn't help. I guess I will get rid of Dagon. Oh, this lets me draw another card. And I could have played this first. So I allow myself to do this because it can be a very fiddly game. So now I still have one more. This let me draw another one. Oh, yeah, I had that. This let me draw another one. And now I have to get rid of one more. I really want to heal. I can't get rid of the ones that I used, obviously. Those are fun sounds, especially when you can't see me on camera. I guess I'm going to get rid of this Nyarlathotep, which is a bummer. Okay, that's the pain of color. All right, so let's see where we are. Hopefully this all worked out. I cannot guarantee it. I do want to heal for 2 points, so that's going to happen right there. I don't know why I thought that was so important. Especially, I probably should have done the math. You people out there are probably going, oh my God, you blew the game. Sorry. Okay, so -4, -8, -10, -13, -16, -22. So that's 12 right there. And he takes 10 more, which brings him down to 4 to 3. But I got no bases, dude. All right. And I get the color card should I so choose. Let's see. What is his situation? Well, I'm going to cull this one because I can, because it's 6. So that is culled. Better. All right. Man, I have no idea. I get to buy something for 2. Is it worth it at this point? Why not? Let's buy this. No! No, you idiot! You could survive based on that. I'm not buying anything. Nice try. Okay. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. I'm always shuffling. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. 2, 3, 4, 5. My deck, I don't even have 2 full hands in my deck at this point. But here's what I got. Cthulhu is going to roll a 1. Well, that, my friends, is going to be the game. Cthulhu will heal for 2. 1, 2. He will abjure this Arkham Sanitarium to hit me for 5 points. And I only have 3. So, final score, -2 to Cthulhu's 6. You can see it came very close. But I still lost. Now, let's just see. 1, 2, 3. The 18th card down was Ralia. If that had come up, that would have been the end of the game for me. And you can see that that would have only required some more abjuring on Cthulhu's part, or a couple of 6s, which happen more often than happen in this game sometimes. So that's it. Cthulhu Realms, Riella Rising. I hope it made some sort of sense to you. I hope I didn't screw things up too much. And I hope you enjoyed it. And I hope you enjoy playing it. Please leave me comments, leave me thumbs, give me all your geek gold. I don't care about that. I just really hope you enjoy the game and that you let me know if you did. Bye!